Welcome back. Thank you, Paul. FEI Forestry. He does a lot of commenting. He used to run a chipper. I don't know if he still does or whatever happened. But Paul sent us this from a ways away. He sent us all these goodies. And so we looked over them. They showed up a few days ago, Paul, and we started to laugh because we could have used these. We could have used them a couple days ago because we ran hydraulic hoses, but the steel lines are pilot hoses for the valve. We even did a video on it. But that's what those are for. This is for a Model 30 chipper, and he said, I don't need this stuff. It looks like it could help you out. So, yeah, we won't have to buy knives for a long time. All this stuff is all knives. So it'll all fit, not this chipper. This is a Model 23, so none of this stuff will work for this chipper. But for our 2755, all of it'll work. So there's some extra hoses thrown in there. Brand new knives are down there. And then some counter knives. Those are counter knives. Then you got some nuts here for your clamps. Some new nuts, washers, and a little valve there. So yeah, we got all kinds of goodies, but all these knives, there is a whole lot of them. There's a whole lot of knives. So we actually haven't opened it up yet. These are actually sharpened. Look at that. I told you. FEI. Look at that. But yeah, so we got all these knives. They got a load of stuff the other day, and it was like Christmas. Merry Christmas from Paul. So thanks so much, Paul. Mike will figure out something to get back at you. But yeah, that showed up the other day, and we lifted it off, and we're like, what is in here? So that'll fit all of our 2755. Welcome back. That's going to get a feed wheel put in here eventually. That's what we're working on now. But we got to get the chipper outside, because to put it in there, we got to flip the cab up. To flip the cab up, we got to have the log truck here. To have the log truck here means the log truck's here, so we have to do it right now. So we're going to pull this out. I'll let them hook up. We have to go get the feed wheel. So I think it's out here. I bet you we get that little fork truck out here to do it. Oh, no, we couldn't. It's right there. Hidden in plain sight. So we got to get in here and get this out of here. That's what we're putting in there today. It looks beautiful. So, fire up the loader. See if we can get today moving. Cold start. Not quite. Different view. How about that? Look at that thing shine. Questions on the rims. Yeah, the rims are getting painted right now. It'll have freshly painted rims on. I mean, don't it look, just look sharp? look at that. So this is the next day. Yesterday we tried to put this yoke in here. We worked on it a little bit and we had a problem. Major malfunction yesterday. And I'll show you what's going on. Now I started to hook stuff up in here just because we left it in here. We had to pull it outside, lift the cab to put that yoke in there. That's the last, we call it a yoke. It goes up and down, it's got a feed wheel on it. That's just what we call it, in case you're wondering. So where are the pins at? So we got it up in there, cut the ears. They had some tabs on here we had to cut off. And then this goes, it's pretty simple, up into here. These cylinders hold the back of it so you can lift it up and put down pressure on it. These two hoses here are for your feed wheel, which hook to that chain, which go way down into there. See that feed wheel way back in there? And that pulls the wood through your first set, it just pulls the wood through. We refer to this as a yoke. Got it up in there, I ran the loader and realized we had a big problem. Big problems, no go. The pins do not fit that bushing. So I don't remember getting the bushings put in here. I wasn't here when that happened. Brian come back and he said, I remember that those bushings are that size. Then we had to get a line board. We never got that done. So therefore, when we went to put the pin through here, it won't fit. So we left this in here just because it's so much work to get out. About slid down. You can tell how you slide down it. So we're like, let's just leave it in there and then we'll figure out what to do afterwards. So we left it in there, still up in the air. Where did the pins go? If they're gone, it looks like the pins are gone. Maybe if the pins are gone, they're getting fixed, hopefully. Hopefully. The pins will have to get taken down and then we'll have new collars put the same size to go on each side and get welded on, and then the pin goes through everything, and then that'll be done. So what I did today was, we did all kinds of stuff today. Let me tell you, we're getting close. We're getting really close. Finally coming around. That'll be nice in there. This gets, drop this in the hole, weld it permanently, stick a tack on this so that that don't come out. Be a lot better option. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked. So I put the two back cylinders in there. And then I worked on some wiring with Brian. And if you remember, we had all that wiring hanging out. Now that's all gone. That's done. And so I helped him do that. But tomorrow, cat hoses are all made for in there. Those are the two lift hoses for the cylinders. And that's made. And then I have the hoses made for the swing are done too. Them just circle back around in the valve bank. So those are all done. I'll put them on tomorrow. And who knows what'll happen tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how ambitious we get and what we want to accomplish, how things go. It's a Friday, so we'll see. If things go good, we might pull it out and put the conveyor on it. But things are looking very crispy around here. Every pin's got a chain hook to it. It's kind of something that they thought up would be a good idea, which is a great idea. Because the other chipper has no pins on it because they all get lost. And they get taken out and we'll put them in the back to pull the chipper back because they got the slot for the hole in there. And then we'll bend it or break it and then it'll get lost. So what they said was, why don't we put chains on everything? So yeah, they even put this on there so that if the pins even do fall out, the door won't open because the door opens up and then you have a mess. But the pins all have, so it's like everything's just crispy. Real happy with how everything's turning out. Yeah, so we did install one speed sensor, kind of have to change things up. Trying out a different speed sensor. If it works, I'll let you know, and I'll tell you exactly the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollar difference in speed sensors. So what I was really happy is if we get those pins, you lose them all the time. So if we have the chain to a pin up there, which is what Jeff's working on, get that done, that'll be great. So the Webasto fuel lines are ran for that. Everything's like, we're getting real close. We dumped all the antifreeze that we had here in it tonight, which tells you we discussed dumping fuel in it. So the Webasto is completely done. Just a little wiring over in that box. But as far as all the lines, everything's ran to our box. Ran the heater hoses today to the cab. Those are done. Yeah, we're like right at that point. They got a little more chains to hook up. They got them all cut, ready to go. And we should get paint in the morning. So we're gonna actually go through, paint all them tabs so it's nice and pretty. Grease hoses over here. All my grease hoses are done and made. So that'll get painted, then we'll put all that back together. And actually there's tabs for those ones to get made. Somebody said, if I believe I read the comment correctly, they talked about welding the tab on the frame, but this goes up and down, so you have to keep it with the yoke, the grease hose for that bottom greaser. That'll get done. I think the tabs are already welded up there, but yeah, I can tell they are. You can see that little spot where it's heated up right here. That tells me it's welded right there on the back side. So that greaser will be right there. And then your upper greaser for the upper yoke's right there. So it's just like, this will be, like I said before, the easiest to maintain flail I've ever come across. One nice thing about having me and Josh here and Brian is we all can work together and be like, let's not do this and let's do this. And this is easier and this is better. Just like all these grease hoses are all nice and run together. These are all nice and run together over here. And then you literally grease all this right here, and it greases everything through here and up here. Yeah, it'll be just beautiful. So, fun. A lot better. I even ran my hose in there, got that done. So you don't have to try to stick your hand in there and grease that. Oh, this guard's put on. That's all done. That turned out beautifully. It was so busted up when we got it, it was unreal. Wouldn't shut, so now that thing will shut great. It's just little stuff. Oh, I didn't do that grease hose there. I need to do that. Forgot all about that one. So, little stuff like that, but we are right close to running. And then we do have some leaks on it. We know we have. This is leaking right here, which we discussed why tear that apart and fix it right now. What if the back seal leaks too? If we tore it all apart, fix that leak, put it back on there, ran it, seen another leak in it, then you got to tear it all back off and fit that coupler. Is not easy to put on. It takes time. So we decided, let's just wait, do it, get it fired up. We know we got a leak in here, and that little motor there's leaking. A seal in there somewhere. That's what that puddle's from. That puddle was from this fitting right here. I tightened that up today. We got a little leak in the valve bank, and we got a little leak right, get you guys right in here, right there. But again, why tear it all apart before we run it and then tear it apart again? Because what if this seals out of this piece? We know this one's out, but what if this O-ring's out of this one? So we'll tear it out, get it fired up. We will prime all the pumps over here, get it all fired up. That way we can make sure what's leaking, what needs to be fixed, what doesn't. So that's kind of where we're at. We're right close. If we had antifreeze, and I had my hoses on the back, you could actually fire it up. Get everything primed up, but we're right there close. I don't think we'll fire up tomorrow. I said I want to fire up tomorrow. Brian's going to be gone. He's got a funeral to go to. So, guy at Morbark, his first boss at Morbark. So, I don't really want to fire it up until he's here, but we can keep busy tomorrow. We have plenty to keep busy. If I can get that back yoke all wired in, hosed in, and then we'll see about pulling it outside, putting the conveyor on it, and go from there. We got a helicoil this feed wheel. It's the same as this, but this one's stripped out, so we got to helicoil that to a pipe fitting. Change that out. So, fun. Just keep rolling, everybody. We're going to keep rolling. I mean, the stickers that we have put on here are just, that's the shout out. That's who spray painted the machine. Spray painted. That's who painted the machine. I put the cab stickers on it the other day, and those turned out just crispy. Everything's crispy. You can't even see it because the door is open. But I did throw the one up here on this side too. So, I mean, it's looking just like it's coming together, everybody. We're close.